cabbage, yuck. Tuna, yuck. Put them together. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad. I'm gonna show you how to make that not suck, okay? Shit, that's not what we're making. It's not what we're making. Today is a great day, and I'm gonna tell you why. Seared tuna steak, slaw, frick. Today we're gonna be doing an Asian slaw with a seared tuna steak. We're gonna keep it quick and simple for you. I hope you enjoy. I've actually never made this before, so hopefully it doesn't suck. With that being said, Fred's the one who told me to go ahead and get that taken care of, so we're gonna do it.
Who?
I want to start with the ingredients, go ahead and let you know where everything's from. Like I said, this channel is focused on locally sourced ingredients from good places. I've got some beautiful cabbage here today. I got this over at the Bradford Market up in Huntersville. It's from a local farm in the area. I've got some organic shallots as well. I've got a red pear from the Bradford Market. Once again, another local farm there. I've got some togarashi, some garam masala. I've got some salt, some pepper. We've got some beautiful citrus champagne vinegar and some white wine vinegar and some brown sugar. I've got a little bit of homemade beef tallow. When I say homemade, take it with a grain of salt. I bought beef tallow and then I infused it with garlic. I did some garlic confit last night. Figured it'd be good use of the beef tallow to go ahead and cook that tuna steak in today. So we're gonna use that and hopefully it adds a little bit of flavor to the tuna there. But yeah, we got a beautiful tuna steak. I picked it up yesterday, fresh in yesterday morning. Should have cooked it last night, but here we are. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna get right to prepping all this and we'll get it going. First thing I'm gonna do here is start on my cabbage. So the outer layers, I've already washed these. The outer layers tend to be just a little dirty and a little beat up from transport. So I'm gonna peel off the first few layers of the cabbage here before I get to cutting. I'm gonna do the same thing with the purple cabbage as well. Like I said, I've washed these, but you know, the leaves are so tightly packed and some of the exterior got damaged during transport. So I just want to peel some of that nasty stuff off there. So yeah, we're going to get into chopping these up here. I'm going to give them a pretty fine slice. And then after I do that, we'll go ahead and get working on the rest of the slaw here. I want to keep this pretty fine. I like cutting against the grain of the cabbage. It gives us some really nice ridges. It's gonna pick up most of that vinegar that we're gonna be putting on there. Vinaigrette, so to speak. I'm gonna do a half of each head of cabbage here. If you see any big pieces that you don't want in there, go ahead and take them out. But we're gonna start off with a half of each, and if we need more, we can always add it. I'm gonna make sure I break everything up a little bit. I mean, granted, when we toss it, a lot of this is gonna be broken up, but I'm gonna try and make sure that I separate everything before we get too far here. I'm gonna give that a nice little toss. This cabbage is beautiful. I wanna go ahead and get some of this, some of our shallots chopped up as well. We're gonna toss the shallots in there in addition to that pear. I'm gonna cut this shallot right down the middle here. And that way, whenever I go to slice it, we can have some nice long pieces. Now I am gonna make sure I break these up before I toss them in here. I don't want them to get stuck together. You get a big clump of shallot, that might be a little intense for the taste buds there. But I'm gonna go ahead and toss these in here. We'll get working on the rest of these here shortly. All right, so we got our shallots in the bowl. We've got our cabbage in the bowl. I'm gonna start working on this pear here. I wanna try and keep it a pretty similar size to the rest of what I have cut already. All right, perfect. So we got our pear in the bowl. I'm gonna wait to dress this and toss it whenever the tuna's done. That way it doesn't get too soggy. So I'll do that after we do the tuna. All right, while we're seasoning up this tuna steak, I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. I've got some togarashi. It's gonna help whenever we go to actually blacken the tuna steak. I've got a little bit of salt and pepper I'm gonna throw in there as well. You wanna make sure you get a good seasoning, a good coating over the tuna. I'm gonna start with the salt first, and then I'll go to the togarashi. We got a good coating on this tuna steak. I went ahead and put that salt and the togarashi on there. Let's move over to the stovetop and get this thing seared off. I'm gonna press down that tuna steak. I wanna make sure we get some good contact in the pan there. And it's only gonna take us a few minutes per side. I'd say maybe 4 minutes maximum per side. I don't wanna overcook this at all. All right, so we've got our tuna steak resting. I want to go ahead and make sure we get this dressing going for the vinaigrette here. I'm going to go in with probably a half of a cup of the citrus champagne vinegar. I'm going to go in with another half a cup of the white wine vinegar. I would say generous amounts of brown sugar, so probably, I don't know, 4 tablespoons. I'm going to follow it up with some more of this togarashi. About a teaspoon of that. A little bit of salt and pepper, just a pinch. I'm going to give that a quick whisk. I want to try and get some of that brown sugar dissolved into the vinegar. I'm going to pour half of the mixture over our cabbage and pear and shallot mix here, and then I'm going to give that a toss. I'm going to give that a little salt and pepper and one more toss, and then we should be ready to go, and we can plate this up. All right, let's give it a taste. Holy shit. The pear and the shallot with the cabbage is so good. Please go make this. Please go make this for your people. This is delicious. It's a great time for us to be making this going into spring. I hope you enjoy your local ingredients. I hope you enjoy your time with your friends and family, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.